Well, it's the 9th of the month, which means that it's time to own your health this morning. 9Health offers a number of services, from typical wellness checks to more serious checks like lung and spinal screenings. And fall is a perfect time of the year to dive right into our health. Here with more is Marla Rodriguez and Elizabeth Welberg, PhD. Great to see you, ladies, and thank you for being here.
Thank you.
An important topic, October is Breast Cancer Awareness Month. The 9Health Fair is really bringing attention to an issue that affects more than 245,000 women each year in the U.S.
That's right. It's a lot of women, and 9Health really would like to be your prevention source all year long. And so we want to remind you every month and every day that prevention really is within your reach. So we have health fairs for that reason. We have a lot of education and motivational, inspirational kinds of things for you to learn about, so that you can know there are things you can do every single day.
Every single day. We're going to get into that in just a moment, but the 9Health fairs are firing up, and it's a popular time of year. Who should be attending these?
So we think that everyone should attend a health fair. Anyone 18 and older can take advantage of the blood screenings, but there are tons of free screenings, as you mentioned. The lung screening we have at some of our health fairs, pap smears, and free breast screenings. So if you're looking to get that done, you can do that at a health fair. There are the blood screenings are very valuable because it gives you a comprehensive overall look about your health, kind of looking under the hood.
Yeah, I like that. And if you don't do that on a regular basis, now is a good time to do that. Elizabeth, you're researching breast cancer, aren't you? Can you share with us some of your findings?
My team is interested in the relationship between breast cancer and obesity and metabolism around the body. So some of the things that we're focusing on, as we're all aware, obesity impacts millions of people around the world. And so we're trying to figure out what it is about the state of obesity that really has a strong relationship to breast cancer. So some of the things that we study in the lab are weight gain, which is, when you add on extra pounds and your fat tissue is growing, that's actually a really rich environment of growth signals that cancer cells can take advantage of. The other thing that we study is insulin resistance, and what that really refers to is when your body starts to sort of ignore the insulin that's produced by your pancreas, and therefore your blood sugar stays elevated higher than average and for longer. And so the way that your body handles nutrients can actually really impact cancer cells that are in your body and your likelihood of developing cancer.
Such important research. And then can you help us understand who else may be at risk for breast cancer?
So the risk factors, a lot of people talk about genetic causes of breast cancer, and those are very popular. We know about the BRCA genes, but really genetics is only responsible for a small portion of breast cancer cases. So other risk factors, we refer to the remaining cancer diagnoses as sporadic, and we know things like obesity, carrying extra weight, gaining weight, and having low levels of physical activity. Alcohol consumption is actually associated with breast cancer risk, so it's important for women, as much as we like to go to happy hour, it's important to limit your alcohol intake. Hormone use can be associated. There are lots of different things that we've identified as what we call risk factors. And so the best that we can do for ourselves and for the women that we love is to lessen our risk by getting a lot of exercise, trying to eat a healthy diet, everything in moderation, limit your alcohol exposure. And then the other thing about breast cancer to remember is it's really treatable if it's caught early. That's where the screening comes in.
So who should be getting mammograms?
So women between 40 and 45 should start talking to their doctor about regular screening through mammography. If you actually have a higher than average risk, which means if you have female relatives who've had breast cancer, or who may not have had breast cancer but who have the BRCA gene mutations, then you need to talk to your doctor earlier than that. The family history component of breast cancer is really important and dictates how you should be screened.
I'm sure. Thank you for that information. Marla, what kind of breast screenings are going to be available at 9Health fairs?
Right, so some of the health fairs that are coming up will offer a breast screening, and so that is a manual screening along with a pap smear. So important to get, but also important to really screen for that mammogram at the right age. age, and risk factors. So
Absolutely.
we think that prevention is so important, and that's why we have these health fairs all around the Front Range here coming up.
And how do we find more information and where to find these fairs?
Good question. So the fairs are coming up not this weekend, but the weekend after that, and you can go to 9healthfair.org and find a location that's in your neighborhood.
Easy, and they're all over. Great information, ladies. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
You're very welcome. Own your health and take advantage of Breast Cancer Awareness Month at 9Health Fair. And it's while you're at it, you can get a flu shot while you're there this fall. And do you want more 9Health? Of course you do. Be sure to watch Health Happens live on Facebook every Tuesday at 11 a.m. Visit 9healthfair.org for ways to find locations near you to get involved. Discover health tips and prevention and other ways you can own your health.